Or for the Wednesday film next week, there's the cinema's version of that famous rock opera, Jesus Christ Superstar. It begins at 7:15. Very shortly, BBC Two will be off to MASH for a timely bit of medical madness in an episode called April Fools. And the next programme here on BBC One will also be shown on BBC Two this evening at 11 o'clock. The time now is 9 o'clock. There now follows a party political broadcast by the Conservative Party.
Throughout history, young people have questioned the values held by their parents. But what is happening today is far more than this. The violence expressed by a few, but still too many of our youngsters, is a sign that there could be something wrong in our society, deeply wrong. However, there is no single simple cause one can blame. It is a weaving together of many factors. Which of them do you think are most responsible? And what can be done to put them right? Let's start at the beginning with where we bring up our children. What do you think happens to children who start their lives here? Would you be surprised if they became angry? Because this is where society has failed so many people. We've given them housing, but we've not given them homes. Even the most impersonal houses can be changed if you let the people inside them make them their own, as has been done here in this council estate in West London. That's why your government believes that the people who want to buy their council houses should be able to do so. And if they can't afford this, your government believes at least they should have the right to decorate and to have a say in the way their accommodation is administered. In other words, to feel that their house is their home. Recognizing this could change the face of our country, because it's in our homes that our children start their lives. But from our homes, our children move on to schools. Is this another cause of their anger? Today's gigantic impersonal schools were, like the sprawling housing estates, the product of the bureaucratic mind. Not only did bureaucracies decide that these schools were best, but also that parents should have no choice. No wonder there's resentment. But this government has proposed that parents should be able to choose the school for their children wherever possible. And when the parents can choose schools, there's pressure on the schools to provide what parents want. But improving our schooling is not enough, because another problem is what happens to our children when they leave school.
Well, my lad, looking for a job, are we? Come in, come in. As you can see, we've really got quite a big place here. Lots of scope. Now, what about you? Got some qualifications? Oh, no qualifications. That's a pity. Well, let's see then. Do you have some training? Even a little training? Oh dear, you're without training. Well. Down to experience then, aren't we? Do you have just a little experience? Oh, I am sorry.
Thousands of our children are leaving school without the training or experience they need to get jobs. No wonder they're bitter. But by the end of next year, Britain will have the most advanced training scheme of its kind in Europe. A scheme which will provide a year's planned training for every 16-year-old school leaver who hasn't got a job. Higher education is changing too. If there are to be jobs for young people tomorrow, we need to reshape our industries today. And at the universities, the emphasis is on the courses we need to build up Britain's industries. The more skills we can pour into our industries, the more competitive they will become with other countries, and the more jobs they will create. This is the fundamental need. Only a healthy economy can afford to pay for the housing, the schooling, and the training we'd like to see provided. But we can't simply sit back and wait for economic recovery, because just as the problems we've seen had their seeds in poor policies created 10, 20 years ago. So what we do now is going to shape the future for our children. And it's going to decide what sort of Britain we hand on to them. The youngsters of today are the future of this country. They are, in fact, the only future of this country. What sort of Britain do you want to give them?
That was a party political broadcast by the Conservative Party.